Hey, what is up, people of the internet? My name is Brandasauresrex, and today we are going to be taking a second look at the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 2016, or the Shin Godzilla. So there are a few things that I want to talk about that I didn't touch upon when I first reviewed the figure, so let's get straight into it and let's talk about these details. So before we get started, I just want to mention that this is a completely different figure than the one I reviewed previously. That figure is gone. This is just a brand new figure. That's the point of this. So one of the biggest problems that I've seen a lot of people complain about with this figure is the paint job on this thing. I've seen a lot of collectors that are completely PO'd and think that they deserve their money back and all this other nonsense. And honestly, I have no problem with the wet skin look for this thing that I guess they were trying to go for. It's a very glossy figure. So with this figure, there is not a lot of actual gloss on this one. My other one was extremely glossy, but this one is not. I'm wondering what is the quality control that's going on here, or if there is any quality control, because the paint jobs in the scale from being this looks pretty good to this looks like utter shit is completely all over the place. So talking about the paint job, I want to talk about the redneck situation. A lot of people were complaining about there being an extremely red neck, and my first one was one that had an extremely red neck, but this one does not have that problem, and that is a huge QC issue right there. There are so many people who are getting either really black necks or really red ones, and it's completely mind-boggling. Now let's talk about the chest situation that we got going on here. This is a small minor nitpick from me, but I feel like that red is still not popping, and I've seen a lot of other figures and I've examined a lot of other figures, and I just don't see a Shin Godzilla that has that bright red that I feel that Shin Godzilla should have. After watching the movie several hundred times, I feel like I know what this thing should look like, and I feel like this just misses the mark just a little. Now a highlight, just to praise this thing as much as I can. I 100% love the legs paint that's going on here. This whole thing that's going on right here is just the bee's knees. It is what is up. It is the dealio. This thing looks freaking amazing. The paint job on these legs just look absolutely fantastic. I can't get enough of this section right here. Just the paint on it just looks so perfect. Now let's spin this bad boy around and talk about these goddamn amazing dorsal plates. I love these dorsal plates. These are the coolest looking dorsal plates, and I love the way the paint application just makes them look like amazingness. And also looking at the tail, there's nothing really different from this tail to the other one, meaning paint job wise. I've noticed that this one is less likely to chip when falling apart. Yes, I do have that problem too. Everyone has that problem. No one's getting away from it, but mine is not chipping as bad as the first one did, so that's good. So I'm not 100% sure that this video was 100% warranted. Like, everybody really needed the second review on Shin Godzilla, especially when everybody's reviewing it right now. But I just really felt like this needed to be talked about, just by the simple fact a lot of people were asking me if they should buy the figure, if it's worth the money. And honestly, it's up to you. If you want to bite the bullet and make sure that you get a great Shin Goji, then make sure you get to see the figure in hand and study it before you open it, because then when you open it, you can't return it. Or hope that you know that you are a great painter and customizer and you can make this figure look exactly the way you want it. But other than that, I can't highly recommend this, even though I really love the sculpting on this figure. I think it's one of the best sculpted monster arts, but just, God, the paint drags this figure down so bad. Even though this one is so much better than the last one, I think that just like the 50-50 chance that I got going on here is just not worth it to me, because maybe you guys won't have as much luck as I did. So this has been another review by Brandasauresrex. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and also don't forget to hit that red button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys the next time.
That's crispy.